Hey everybody, welcome to the final episode of the Every Other Day trivia show. This is the last time we're doing this. We're gonna move on to Thursdays, 2 hours long. Yes, and we're still working out the time, right? I haven't heard any more arguments for or against.
I've heard one vote for everything.
Yes, one vote for everything, so everybody gets that. So this is a submission Saturday. That means that right here, look, if we go to a question, this is where your question goes. If you want to, you can also join us at meet.anotherwastedhour.com, which I will type meet.anotherwastedhour.com. There it is. So in the chat, you can join us there, and you could say your question out loud for us. You're allowed to do that, yeah.
Don't forget to start your spreadsheet.
I do have to start my spreadsheet, but you've also got the list of how people are going and everything. With that said, I have to use the restroom, so it's your show.
Oh, this is terrible timing.
What?
I don't feel
You got
particularly
this.
funny or even awake, but I did make the studio salmon, and I think I did a pretty good job. I think it looks more salmon-y in Keith's picture thing than in mine. I think over here it's more salmon. I'd eat that. Maybe I should get some salmon. I have to put together my grocery shopping list and figure out what I'm actually going to cook for the next week, because I usually do that on Sundays, and I didn't really do it last week. First of all, because I was camping, and second of all, because we had so many leftovers and stuff in our house that it was like I'm not adding new food to that. So this is very compelling. No one has said third yet, by the way. I mean, Emily did, but not accurately. So, if someone... There you go, Patrick. Hey, Heather. Good to see you.
Don't worry, I'm back.
Good news, Keith is back.
Oh, I know.
He's going to be much funnier than I am. I'm on my 12th day of migraine symptoms, so just don't feel funny in any way right now.
Not as good as the 12 days of Christmas,
No.
definitely. If you were to have one of those too.
I've hardly gotten any geese laying.
Yeah.
I kind of just lay there sometimes.
Yeah, you're just a goose laying. All right, so let's see. Let's turn on our Zoom here, and people can be on the show and hang out with us. Hello. Let's get my spreadsheet going, because I was supposed to have that too. Yeah. That was the thing I was missing. There was something I was missing, and I wasn't sure what it was. And now I know.
So in the chat, if you have a question to contribute to Submission Saturday, Heather, it's Submission Saturday. So our contestants are submitting the questions today.
Yeah.
So if you have a question to contribute to trivia, let us know in the chat so we can write down the question. If we don't have 10 people and therefore 10 questions to ask, we can't do the show.
That's how it works.
Melissa has one.
Excellent.
Patrick has one. Emily has one.
Whatever your favorite trivia question of all time is, you can drop it on us.
But okay, Heather's got one.
Okay, you'll do it. You can do it later.
We'll just put you later, and you can formulate your question for as long as you need.
Do I put it in the chat then?
Well, when it comes time,
we'll call on you.
Yeah, we'll call on you. We'll give you all the instructions. It's super easy.
All right.
Does Trey have one? Yep. Trey has a question. Craig doesn't say if he does or not yet.
He said, I do not have a question, but I could probably find one, which fills us with confidence that Craig is going to come up with a question.
Smiles is here, otherwise known as Diana.
Yay.
Diana, it is free for all Submission Saturday.
Yeah, it's a free for all and a Submission Saturday all mushed together. We were kind of making an announcement at the beginning of the show that we're not going to be doing the every other day. We're going to move to once a week instead, which sounds like a big deal. But if you think about the fact that we've averaged one show a week for the last month,
not really a big deal.
It's not really a big difference. So let's see. It is. So Smiles, do you have a question for us? I'll put Heather number 7, and Heather says that she will have a question when called upon. This is good. You're in the latter half of the show. You got plenty of time to look it up.
Diana has a question.
Oh, perfect. 7 people I've got with questions. Melissa, Emily, Patrick, Trey, Craig, Diana, Heather. If I'm missing anyone who's hanging out with us and would like to participate, just let us know in the chat there. You can also join the Zoom room if you would like. We are hanging out there. You can just go to meet.anotherwastedhour.com. And it's a Zoom. It's just you can jump in from your browser, all kinds of different things. So
I want to know what Emily and Patrick are eating.
Of course.
So I'm having some salmon with a citrus remoulade and asparagus. And Patrick is, he think he's just eating cornbread before he gets to his meatloaf.
Right now I'm just having cornbread.
Emily, our studio is salmon today.
Perfect.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Where did you get your delicious noms from?
Walrus Oyster and Ale House.
Oh,
Mm.
I would eat at a place called that.
What temperature do you cook your salmon to?
Medium rare, thank you.
Nice.
Atta girl.
Yes. Well
Atta
done.
girl.
Yeah.
That is the spirit.
A lot of people don't know you can do that, but you call that out and you get a much better experience.
I will never be able to cook salmon for anyone but Keith because I only know how to cook it medium rare.
The thing is that Pat was not 100% sold on the medium rare salmon
Yeah.
for a moment, but then we went to Graham Elliott's Bistro in Chicago, like
Yep.
a Michelin star restaurant, and we had the salmon there, and he eats it, and he was just like, I'm never going to be able to eat salmon ever again.
It ruined me.
It's so
And I
like
gave him some time, and then I got a piece of salmon, I cooked it medium rare, and he was like, man, if I knew you could cook it like this, I would have been ordering salmon the whole time.
Mhm.
it's so soft and luscious.
Yeah. When you cook it all the way through, it gets like flaky and can get dry. But man, medium rare, salmon all day long. We should eat more salmon. I like salmon.
I was just telling the folks
Yeah.
that maybe I should get some salmon with our next grocery order.
Mm-hmm. I think salmon is better than tuna.
Get salmon and make like a brown butter sauce or something.
Oh yeah.
I have so many herbs in the garden.
Oh, see, you've got all these. She's been growing herbs in the garden, and by in the garden we mean on our
On the deck.
on a cooler, because
Wow.
there was a
Are you
plan.
Are you a salmon and tarragon person or not? It wouldn't pair tarragon with salmon.
I would pair tarragon with salmon. I do
Yeah.
not have any tarragon, but I would pair salmon with tarragon.
We used to have some tarragon, but it's all tarragon.
So salmon is better than tuna when it's cooked, and tuna is better than salmon when it's raw.
Exactly. And I don't know what is the nonsense that the albacore tuna that comes in the can is acceptable, but you wouldn't think about eating it raw. But when you actually get raw albacore tuna, best thing on the planet.
Now Melissa's going to tell us something horrifying about tuna, and we're all going to hate it for the rest of our lives.
I mean, that's mercury.
What if you like it cooked all the ways?
Oh, Smiles. Then you're just wrong.
It just means that there's more for you.
It does.
It
Yeah.
means you're more versatile.
Yes. You get to eat all of it, and we'll slink off and be like, "Oh, we've got
I just want
a
this bit.
thing with the."
I mean,
there's
It's
time.
yummy smoked. It's yummy raw on sushi. It's rummy. You know what I mean? It's rummy when
It's
yummy.
rummy.
It's rummy when it's all covered in rum.
When you soak it in rum, it's very rummy.
I'm so out of it.
Smoked. That's a good call, though,
Smoked
Smiles.
salmon's really good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Keith really loves a good smoked salmon. I have never seen someone construct a bagel with smoked salmon the way Keith Center does.
You
I
want
love
He's-
smoked salmon.
It's an art for him.
you want
I
everything in
also
every bite.
love- I also love smoked sablefish, but I don't like cod. Isn't that weird? Because
Oh, is cod. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what that is.
Trey says salmon jerky. Anyone have salmon jerky? I don't think I've had that.
Ooh, no.
There's something they make in Seattle. It's called salmon candy, and it's like a sweeter salmon jerky.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
They had it on Top Chef Seattle, and someone had to use it as an ingredient in their dish, and it was like salmon candy. What the fuck is that?
Craig agrees that salmon is better than tuna. Tuna's good though. I'm not slighting tuna. I'm just saying that salmon definitely better.
Tuna cooked all the way through, though, is. I would take salmon cooked medium well more than tuna cooked medium well.
Mm.
And Patrick agrees with me,
Absolutely.
and Emily agrees with me, so I must be right.
I don't know. I would probably, but like I've never heard of salmon salad. Like a salmon salad sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People do that.
Right.
You can do that out of canned salmon.
But like I've never done that. So it must like
I made you
tuna must
salmon
be the
cakes
wheelhouse.
once.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, why isn't that not the standard?
Oh,
I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Cheaper?
Salmon too expensive to do that with.
maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Everything I see like
Oh,
from tunas, it's very
Kiki.
expensive. So I don't know.
Hi, Kiki. Good Kiki.
There's no tilapia salad, so I
No
don't know.
tilapia salad. Tilapia is disgusting.
No, isn't that weird like whitefish here?
It's called a Patagonian toothfish, right, Melissa?
Chilean sea bass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's Chilean sea bass,
Yeah,
not
Chilean sea
tilapia.
bass.
Yeah.
Tilapia isn't food as far as I'm concerned.
Chilean sea bass is the most brilliant rebranding of a thing
Yeah.
that I've ever seen in nature. Who would eat a Patagonian toothfish?
Have you seen it? Everyone take a
It's
moment and
hideous.
Google Patagonian toothfish.
They're hideous.
And know that when you order Chilean sea bass, that's the bastard you're eating right there.
If you were walking through a fish market, that's not a thing you would point at and go, "Yes, I'll have that, please."
It's
Cleanse it with fire.
It is so brilliant. They got so many rich people to buy so much Patagonian toothfish.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
fits
I
the
don't
name
think that-
perfectly.
I don't think it's too obnoxious. I mean, it's not what I have assumed. It's not like wearing a goddamn cape or something like you'd expect guys to be wearing. But like, I mean, it looks like.
But it's also huge. Like, are you seeing
looks
the
a little
pictures
rough.
of
It
it
looks like
next
he might
to
have
an
slept.
adult human?
Looks
I-
like he might have slept rough in the gutter a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like,
And Melissa,
okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, weren't they fished like into obsolescence at one point? Yeah.
Yeah. Most fish species are at some point in time.
Fucking rich people ruin everything.
No, it's not. It's
A
just
lot of fish
popularity.
species- A lot of fish species are a lot bigger. Like grouper actually used to be the size of humans.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in like the 1920s, 40s,
Mhm.
before they started to really overfish them. And now they're like the largest one you get is maybe this big.
Because they get fished younger and younger, right? Yeah. That's kind of like cows, right? So there's that picture going around of a I
Where's
know.
this going?
There's a picture going around of this cow in a field surrounded by much smaller cows. And this is like one giant cow. And so people are like freaking out about this monstrous deformed cow. And turns out that's just the size that they grow to. We just never let them get that big.
Mm.
So that like particular cow they never like took to slaughter or anything. So they just let him keep growing. And he's like the uncle cow for this herd of cows now.
He's apparently the bodyguard cow of all the other cows.
Well, it's like if you see how big they can get, it's super inconvenient to have a building housing them.
Well, that's true. Yeah. You would
And
have...
humans are all about convenience.
All right, so still I think it's 7 people. Again, I've got Melissa, Emily, Patrick, Trey, Craig, Diana, and Heather. Is there anyone else hanging out online who's participating
Oh my god,
tonight?
Emily might get 2 dinners.
Yeah!
Emily said, I just got a message from Uber Eats that they're picking up my order now.
Yeah! More food.
Holy shit. We had one. Was it Uber Eats that screwed up that Glory Days order?
I can't remember now.
It's
No,
one
it
of
was
the-
Glory Days.
Oh, well, one
Yeah.
of the. We ordered through Glory Days, which is a sports bar near us that we like. And it wasn't like a super complicated order. But
Some wings.
yeah, Keith got a call from Glory Days that said, "Hi." Well, you tell the story. You were on the phone.
Well, so it was fantastic because they called me and they said, hey, did you come pick up your order? And I said, no, I ordered it as a delivery. And they said, oh, okay, well, somebody picked up your order. And I was like,
Was it my delivery person?
and like, and so they said, like, was it maybe like your wife or something? Like, could you have them bring it back? And I'm like, I don't know this person. Why would I have them bring it back?
If I picked up my
I have
order.
my food. If it's my order, I'm good. Like, we're done. Right. And so they were like, and I said, yeah, but I didn't pick it up. Like, we didn't pick it up. Okay. Well, but could you like maybe call them or something? I was like, I don't know who they are. I don't know who you gave my food to. This sounds like your job, not my job. Like,
And they're like, no, but your delivery person's here to pick up your food. And we're like, okay.
then
Like,
give them it. Well, we don't have it anymore. Somebody picked it up. Oh.
What we need to like, so what I'm waiting on right now, I'm not even so much worried about the extra dinner. I'm more. We are having an experiment tonight.
Oh.
We got some fried calamari that was egg washed and cornmeal dusted. So we'll see in about 25 minutes, 35 minutes if I'm gonna be sick.
I love that, like, Emily just is now just taunting death. She's like, one night she's like, oh my God, I gotta go to the ER. It's so terrible. And now she's like, what if I get a little closer to the flame?
Are you
How about
to eggs?
calamari?
I unofficially egg intolerant. So I if I don't eat eggs, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like physical, like just actual eggs, no matter how they're cooked. Unbelievable pain for like 4 hours.
Sure.
Mayo's fine. Dry pasta's fine.
Right.
Tiramisu is fine. Cheesecake is fine. Like I've been testing things, right?
Right.
My doctor says to be really sure of like what it is, whether it's an intolerance or an allergy, I have to go to an allergist.
Yeah.
Which I'm not like super looking forward to. Done it before, but like I just got to schedule it and figure it out. She says a really interesting way to test if it's an allergy or intolerance is eat eggs, wait till it hurts, and then take a Benadryl. If the Benadryl helps, it's an allergy. If the Benadryl doesn't help,
It's
then
an intolerance.
I just had my first anaphylaxis allergic reaction about
Oh.
10 days ago.
Wow.
Been a week. Yeah. So
What are you allergic to?
my whole world is flipped upside down. We're not 100% sure, but we think I'm allergic to a new medication actually that like is completely well tolerated by everybody on the planet, and there's absolutely no reason I should have anaphylaxis to it. But here we are. So, and that was
You're like
metformin,
Caitlin.
by the way. Yeah,
That's so exciting. You two
So
can
now
start
I'm
a club.
I'm a medical like mystery.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Welcome.
That's what she does. She goes into doctor's office and they say, well, it's incredibly unlikely that it would be this thing. And that's the thing it is. It's always that thing. It's like, it's probably due to stress or something. There's a very slight chance that your brain is falling through a hole in the bottom of your skull. And then they look at it and they're like, your brain
That's
is
what's
falling through a
happening.
hole in the bottom of your skull.
My two things. My oncologist had it written into my medical file that no one is allowed to say to me, it's probably nothing, because that's turned out so poorly for me medically. And the other thing is my gastroenterologist, who was like, yeah, like these are the things that we normally look for. And then these are the things we don't even bother looking for, but it's you. So we're going to look for them. Like, it's you. So we're going to see if it's porphyria.
Wow.
Which is another word for a Patagonian toothfish.
He did find out that I was allergic to Zoloft, and the specific allergic reaction I had to Zoloft made my liver enzymes go into the 700s. They're supposed to be about 30. And if they get high enough, like the 800s, you could die. So people were panicking because my liver numbers were so high, and he was the one who figured out that it could be the Zoloft. He was like, anyone else, I would totally disregard this as an option, but it's you. So the 1% possibility is totally a fucking possibility. let's go ahead and take you off that medication. And he was totally right. That guy has saved my life thrice.
My
Well, that's really
allergist
something.
basically said any new medication can cause an allergic reaction anytime in the first 3 months you're taking it. So anything that
3
you
months.
started 3 months, anything you started in the last 3 months is suspect.
Yeah.
So
That happened to my dad. He actually he took a elevation medication, like elevation sickness medication.
Mm.
And he tried it here in the doctor's office, no problem. Went to Peru because he wanted to go to Machu Picchu. Took it before he got on the bus to Machu Picchu, and went into respiratory arrest and cardiac arrest, and
whoa.
yeah, it was.
And then he was in a coma.
Yeah, he
That's
just
so weird.
it was
Wow.
all hit him, and so yeah, that it's wild. It can be fine, and then you just take a little bit more of it or whatever it is. Or
Yeah.
I had a coworker who was allergic to everything, but it was interesting. There, I mean, by everything we mean it was 70% of things, but it was
Soy and eggs and wheat and
Yeah.
dairy and yeah.
But the interesting thing was she wasn't immediately allergic to anything. So
Yeah, you have to have it at least once before you have the allergic reaction to it.
yeah, and well, she explained it as think of a bucket with a hole drilled in the bottom of it, right? As long as she ate things that she was intolerant to or allergic to at a level in which the bucket could empty, no problem. But if she ate so much that the bucket overflowed, then she would end up with anaphylactic response.
Wow.
Yeah. So she got to know okay, I can have 1 egg, no problem. If I have 2 eggs, then I can't have anything else that would fill into that bucket for the rest of the day, or I'm screwed.
And
I'm
this is
noticing that people in Caitlin and Keith's circles don't really have a second gear. Do we?
I mean, this is the thing that annoys me is that I have eaten eggs in all forms regularly my entire life. I since I've been having issues with eggs, I've gone on a breakfast strike. I just refuse to eat breakfast because what is breakfast without eggs? Because I'm just kind of mad.
Bacon?
Cereal.
But I wonder because when I was a kid, when I was about 5 years old, I woke up and started developing hives all over my body, and the hives were each this big. It was the entire middle finger size of all over my body to the point where you couldn't put shoes on. My feet were swollen up, and that's the first time I went to the allergist, and they found nothing. No one could explain to me why I broke out in full body
Idiopathic
hives.
What? Idiopathic hives. That means
right.
Idiopathic just means they don't know what it is. What caused it.
You're allergic to hives. That's what that means. You get
I
one, and then it just spreads because you can't deal with it.
Yeah, I had really bad hives, and interestingly, the more the medicine I took it for 10 days, and somewhere around day 8, it was 3 days, it kept building. I started with oh, my hands are a little itchy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of went to oh, my hands are really itchy. Oh, I've got these hives all over my arms. Oh, I've got these hives all over my trunk. Oh, now my lips are swelling and I'm having trouble.
Oh, goodness.
The 4th day of it, actually. So it built up until I reached that bucket. Actually,
Yeah.
It was a really great analogy.
I don't know if Patrick, you heard Patrick in the background, he said, oh no, you can go ahead and call 911.
Yeah, just the hands, the lips, the hands, and all that. The trunk starts, and even that, I'm as soon as the lip, go ahead, call 911.
I went twice at the hive stage. I went to the emergency room and they gave me prednisone. And then at the time, I actually thought it was a dog that had been licking me.
Right.
And then, so I went ahead and I took my new medicine that I love so much. And then woke up at 4 a.m. This is so I ended up going a second. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I went to take a sip of water and something felt weird. So I jumped up immediately because I knew. And I saw the thing and I was like, woke my husband. I'm like, we're going.
Oh.
Emergency room now.
We gotta
Here, let
go.
me take more Benadryl.
And this is the thing that kind of concerns me about this whole egg issue is that since this has all happened since quarantine, I put blocks of my time, and since quarantine is the block of time, I'm not going to get any more specific than that because I have no idea what day it is.
Yes.
But there's this patch right on the back of this middle finger that has gone like completely scaly, dry and bumpy and like peeling and stuff. And I'd like maybe like psoriasis. Like I don't even know what psoriasis or eczema looks like, but it's this one part of and it's just leathery and kind of like, and I don't know what it is. Like, am I having some sort of autoimmune shit going on too? Like, what in the hell, man?
No, that can be a sign of because I've been reading a lot about it. That can, like the psoriatic hives or whatever, you can
Psoriatic
actually
hives?
get, it's
So
definitely a
maybe I
thing.
won't die from eating the egg wash, but I'll just get a really obnoxious middle finger, which is fine because I can do this and be like,
Look how terrible it is. Maybe you're turning into a lizard.
that'd be cool.
And you can't eat eggs because you're gonna. That's how you now reproduce. Is you're gonna have
Right.
eggs.
I'm gonna hatch it.
Yeah, you're gonna hatch eggs, and so it'd be unnatural. All right, everybody, that is time. Well over time. 7:26. We topped out at 7 people, unfortunately. So this is why we're paring it down. We're gonna be doing Thursdays from now on. We'll post up stuff up on social media. Do you have a preference? I feel like we should make an announcement of some sort. Do you have a preference of? I feel like we've had people say 6 and 7 are better. Maybe we split the difference. We do 6:30 to 8:30.
I would be thrilled. That's at 6:30.
Melissa, you were the one that said 7 would be much better. 6:30, okay?
What day of the week?
Thursday.
What day?
Oh, 6:30 would be better for me.
All right.
What's the
I'm
day?
good. I'm really good with any time.
All right.
Melissa, you're so flexible.
It's yoga. All right, so that is it. We are going to get back together at 6:30 on Thursday.
There will be 21 questions.
21. The way it's going to work is we will be doing the Monday matchups throughout the whole show. That'll be fun. We're going to have a theme for the, second half of the show? Something like that.
Ooh.
First or second half of the show will be the theme. And then we will also have a Wager Wednesday, Final Jeopardy question at the end. So we'll have a bunch of the things, and then we'll do it just like we did here. We'll throw up the meet.anotherwastedhour.com. And did you throw up? Is that what that was? And so yeah, we'll just throw the link up there, and anybody can click in and be a part of the show, just like our free for all Fridays. But it'll be on Thursday. We won't have the trending Tuesday. That's a pain in the ass to try and actually score. We've determined. And we won't have, this will be the last of the submission Saturdays, just because I think trying to manage that would be real difficult as well. So we'll have 21 questions on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. That's what we're going to be doing. So let's go check out shares and stuff like that. Right? We can do that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still need to determine a winner for this week.
There's going to be someone.
This hush puppy is life changing.
Where is that from?
The Walrus Oyster and Ale House, man. This hush puppy. Yeah, I don't know. You were doing your awesomeness, so you missed the whole thing where I put the hush puppy in my mouth. I bought it. I bit it. I ate it. I looked at Pat and goes, "You need to try this."
All right.
I do like a good hush puppy.
Emily
I
gets a
was just
point for
like,
share.
Remoulade or no remoulade, it doesn't
I
matter.
fucking love remoulade. Probably my
I know,
favorite
but
condiment.
this hush puppy is so good that you don't need it.
There is a sandwich shop that it came up in conversation with someone the other day. There's a sandwich shop in Charlottesville. It's called Take It Away. It's on the corner, and they have this. The best thing about that place is they have really good bread, first of all, and they have this sauce. It's like their secret sauce. It's like a mayonnaise-y, mustardy, herby thing. and I could drink it. And so what some people do when they're a little hungry but they can't maybe decide what sandwich they want, you can just go in and buy a bag of bread ends and sauce.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
Wonderful. That sounds.
But you can buy the sauce by the jar. So next time we go to Charlottesville to see my dad, we should go to Take It Away and get some sauce.
Is it like that mayo mustardy thing, like that Peruvian yellow sauce that you?
No. It's less acidic than that.
Okay.
It's just good. It's just so good.
All right, everyone. So Emily got a point for sharing. Emily also gets a point for the hosting, as does Trey and Nico, who I'm not seeing in the chat, unfortunately.
She auto hosts.
Well, Nico has her geek stuff to do on Saturday.
That's true.
Yeah,
that
she
is
does
true.
D&D stuff on Saturday.
So yeah, spread the word around. Let's see. Do we have a winner?
We do.
Excellent.
Would you like to know the winner?
I think that would be a good thing to do.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do it.
okay.
Beep, boop, 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 boop.
It's Emily.
Hey, Emily is the winner.
Emily's prize is Hush Puppies.
It's Hush Puppies.
They're so sweet on the inside, but also perfectly salty on the outside. This is like if I die tonight from accidental egg ingestion, this Hush Puppy makes it worth it.
Ironically, that's also how I would describe Patrick. Sweet on the inside, perfectly salty on the outside.
Oh.
You're not wrong. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
wrong.
No, I'm not.
Ooh, Heather, what's in the oven?
Yeah,
Pumpkin muffins.
pumpkin muffins.
But the most exciting part is that my husband and son made them from scratch and didn't splatter pumpkin all over my effing kitchen.
Yes.
Wow.
So, pumpkin story. My friend Nia, who is really super into gardening with her mom now, had a pumpkin that was like rotting, and so she threw it on the side of the house just to see like, will this thing start growing? It's a little volunteer pumpkin. She has an entire side yard full of pumpkin vines now. It's monstrous. It is hundreds of square feet of pumpkin. And so she was showing it, and she's got butternut squash sprinkled in there,
All different colors.
a heritage heirloom pumpkins, many different colors. And so she just walked into the middle of this crazy vine, picked one, was like, "This is your pumpkin now. Put it on your stoop." And it was like, all right.
That's awesome.
She's like, "I have pumpkins to spare, y'all. Like, I just can't
Yum.
anymore."
Well, hook her up with me because I've had to start feeding my dog is having a rough time. He's 12.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's like whatever, but he's decided that he's a super finicky eater now, even though he's a Labrador Retriever, and I don't know if you know anything about breeds that.
They're goats.
Like, yeah,
It
basically.
has nothing to do with that. How about the fact that he spent the last 11 years of his life eating everything he could put in his mouth? He wants to be picky.
He used to eat paper towels for fuck's sake. Like I mean, like
Oh, yeah, doggy pica.
no, like actually we're gonna take him to the vet next week to see if there's any issues with his teeth or his gums because it's like so he'll eat the wet food still, generally assisted if I help it. I have to spoon feed him sometimes. It's like you're a grown ass dog. Like why am I spoon feeding you? But we had to mix some like pureed pumpkin in because if you just eat wet food, the back end of that is not the most
Yeah, I need more fiber.
right. So I've been mixing in the pumpkin, but you can't mix it in all the way because it's all the way completely mixed. It's a no-go. But if you like get some of this and some of this on the spoon at the same time, then yes. But don't mix it. Nope, that's a no-go.
That's like Caitlin. Don't mix
Very
the food.
Like
Don't
you have a
mess with it.
2-year-old.
Yeah, right.
It was like
It's
having
like
a toddler.
He'll eat. He loves broccoli, but not the florets, only the stems. Like he will take one
It's
chew out of a
different.
floret and spit it on the ground, but he'll eat the stems. He is I know he's 12. I know he's old. It's a hard life, man. But hopefully we can. If it's his teeth that are the issue, we could get this sorted because I am too old to have a toddler that I didn't intend to.
Trey, why do you say that Rigby's been to the tree farm, apparently? Did you catch that, Caitlin?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
What is that reference? He's referring to the free range tree farm.
Yeah,
in
Rigby is
West
my
Virginia.
dog's name.
But eating paper towels. Oh, yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
here's what we've learned. Field mice love paper towels. They freaking think it's the greatest. They make little houses out of it and nests and
Right.
chew all through it. It's amazing.
My dog used to eat paper towels, but he knew he wasn't allowed to. So he would grab the paper towel, go behind the couch, eat the paper towel behind the couch. So when there were scraps of paper towel, they'd be behind the couch and no one would see them.
Yeah.
And then he would come out. And so we went up to visit my friend. And apparently he was doing this because, 2 weeks later or a month later, when my buddy was doing a deep clean on his apartment, and he pulled the couch out from the wall, he posted a picture on Facebook and he was like, Rigby was clearly here. And he clearly knows that he's not supposed to do this, which
Right.
is why he hides it behind the couch.
All right. That is it, everybody. That's the show. Congratulations, Emily. Do you have an acceptance speech? You can just tell us your acceptance speech. You don't even have to type it if you want.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it.
Okay. That is
Done.
Don't eat paper towels. What color would you like the show to be on Thursday?
I actually would like it to be exactly that same color. I love that color. That's awesome.
The salmon again.
Yes,
Yes.
the salmon.
We can do the salmon.
All right, so it will be salmon again on Thursday, 6:30. We'll put some things out on social media. You will probably want to subscribe and follow and turn on notifications because things are going to change here, and you'll probably need a notification to remind you that we're going live at 6:30 on Thursday. We'll also post things to social media, so you'll want to follow us at A Wasted Hour on Twitter and Another Wasted Hour on Instagram and Facebook. Another Wasted Group is our secret group on Facebook. If you want to join that and be part of the conversation of how we can make things better, then you can. Hey, Barbine joined us. Yes, unfortunately, we didn't have 10 people today, Barbine. You are our 8th person, but we're going to be switching to Thursdays. We're just doing once a week. Thursday, 6:30. So mark that on your calendar. Also, don't forget there's also a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. You can get that anywhere podcasts are available. Just search for Another Wasted Hour and give us a subscribe. Give us a review, stars. We'd appreciate all of those things. And that is about it. Right? Those are all the things. It's been a fun ride, everybody. We did every single day for how long? And for 20 weeks. And then we went and did every other day for 4 weeks. And now we're paring down to once a week. And that's very exciting for me because that means we're getting a little closer to normal. People who have other things they've got to do and other things, work and get-togethers and happy hours and other things. We're either getting very comfortable in the new normal that we have, or we're getting closer to the normal we used to have. Either way, that's pretty cool. So we will see you Thursday at 6:30. Until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. If you don't know how to stay healthy, don't stay healthy, I guess. There's nothing I can do for you. It's going to be a rough life. But maybe try and keep the people around you healthy by making sure that your unhealthiness doesn't spread all over them. If you don't know how to do that, just watch any TV show about doctors, and they would probably give you a hint as to how you would prevent you from getting somebody else sick. Just hospitals. Just imagine that. Lots of hand washing, things like that. Maybe, I don't know, a surgical mask. This is old school, people. This is not even that hard.
I feel like most medical shows are about sex in the on-call room.
I also think that would...
There's a guy, Dr. Mike. He's a YouTuber. He's an actual doctor. His name's Dr. Mike, and he reviews medical shows on YouTube.
Mhm.
Actually, I sent a video of him to one of my doctor friends, and she knew of him when he was a resident. So this guy is legit. And I'm actually kind of surprised the amount of just chintzy, the romance, Grey's Anatomy, these shows that he reviews, that he's yeah, that medicine was spot on. Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely everything they said was pretty much correct. Yes, overdone with the drama, that stuff doesn't happen. But yeah, the medicine was spot on. I'm shocked because I just full on expect the medicine to be bad in these shows.
Yeah. And
'Cause the
real
firefighting
life,
in firefighter shows is terrible.
yeah, and in real life, everybody in hospitals bangs that much. That's also factual.
The true thing is that everybody in firehouses does exactly bang that much. Yes.
Yes, that
Every
isn't.
time I'm in a hospital, I try to find a fire stairwell and get to the roof so I could gaze middle distance.
Yeah, that's a healing moment right there. All right, so shout out to all the people who have been essential workers through all this. We appreciate you and what you've done. Caitlin, what is the final word of the show?
Doorways. It's written on my mug.
Doorways. All right. Well, we are closing one door and opening a new door to a new doorway that will be Thursdays at 6:30. So we will see you next week, Thursday, 6:30. I'm saying it over and over again just so it sticks in your head.
What time?
It's going to be 6:30 on Thursday. Hopefully everyone will be there. We'll have an actual like knockdown, drag out trivia game, and it will last for approximately 2 hours, 21 questions, and all of the insanity that usually happen throughout a week packed into just one day. That's the goal. So until
Damn it, Trey.
what 6:30 a.m. Yes, everybody get here at 6:30 a.m. That's when we're starting,
Trey, don't be difficult just to do it.
and it goes to 8:30 p.m. It is going to be 14 hours of trivia. And then yeah. So until then, everybody have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us.
Bye guys. Lots of love.